Hello you guys and welcome back to the channel. So if you're new here, this is a channel about finding undervalued items for dirt cheap at yard sales, garage sales and estate sales. And in today's video, we are hitting up an estate sale. I am of course coming to you from the future because I've already shopped this estate sale and I've already sold multiple items to make my money back. But I wanted to hop on the front and give you a little bit of context. So this was a brand new estate sale company to me. I will absolutely be shopping with them again. They were fantastic, super friendly, really reasonable prices and really organized sales, which is always a plus with estate sales. I also wanted to let you guys know a little bit about my experience there in terms of just being a shopper. So this was the second day and the house was still really quite packed. As soon as I went in the garage, I started finding things that other people I guess had missed or just hadn't been interested in. So I knew it was going to be a decent one, but it wasn't until I went down to the basement that I really started to score. Down in the basement, there was actually a huge pool table and it was covered in vintage posters. So there was some Nike posters, there was some like collegiate sport posters, those kinds of things. And that was a busy area. There was a decent amount of people hovering around there at all times, just kind of trying to get into all of those posters, passing them back and forth. I didn't feel like I could squeeze in there, and that's not really my style when it comes to shopping, like yard sales and things like that. I don't really like to get stuck in with the group. I like to skirt around the edges and see what I can find and what others may have missed. And I am so glad that I did that at this estate sale because that is where all the treasure was lurking. So like I said, you are going to see me shopping around the perimeter while other people are kind of getting stuck in with some of the main stuff in the middle, and wait till you see what I found that even on day 2 people had overlooked. I had to do some digging. I did get dirty. I came across a few spiders. But it was completely worth it. And I want to let you know that I spent a total of $66 at this sale. And I've already made all my money back plus about $200 in profit, and I've only sold 2 items from it. All right, without further ado, let's go shopping.
Hi there.
Hi there, how are you all?
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Floors and then these 2 tables or hold areas that you get tired of carrying.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. Both $13 per dollar.
Oh, okay, great.
That one like that.
It's upstairs.
That's the one I have at the house with it. That.
Yeah.
So one thing I absolutely love to scoop up, if they are cheap enough, are used car radios, particularly vintage ones. They're super easy to look up. You just find the brand name and the model. You can look them up on eBay. I sell them untested all the time. And you're going to see in this video exactly why I love to grab them.
Are you taking these?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I just want to make sure. Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're going to notice quite a lot of what's actually new in box, like DVD players, DVD recorders, a couple of televisions. I did take the time to look these up while I was there. Most of them were priced at $30, which for some was a good deal and for some were not. The Philips one that you probably just saw in the frame actually only sold for about $70 free shipping, so $30 wouldn't give me a lot in terms of a margin, but I do find a great score here in just a second.
Okay, so 2.
Am I okay to put these here? Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be in your way.
No, you're good. I'm looking.
Okay.
All right, you guys, welcome to the haul. So this is everything I picked up at this estate sale. And I have to say, I loved this one. This was a new company for me, and I'm already following them on Facebook, and I'm definitely gonna be checking out their sales from now on. They were super lovely, and the prices were really reasonable, and I really enjoyed shopping with them. So this is what I picked up, and I didn't catch me checking out on camera. I think my battery may have died, but I paid $66 total, which was kind of interesting because this item at the back, they told me was $30. This item was marked $30, and then everything else that I got, the hats, the 2 stereos, 2 pieces of clothing, wallpaper, all the elves, and the book were $6 total. So absolute bargain, especially for these. One sad note is, you may have seen in my hands, I had another hat, and it was a vintage, some kind of Disney hat. I don't even remember what it was. Hopefully on the video I was able to look it up, and hopefully it wasn't worth too much. But it was brand new with tags, vintage, and somewhere along my travels, I must have put it down or dropped it or done something, and it didn't come home with me. So that was super disappointing. I really hate when that happens, but that's life. All right, so let's get started. So as you can see, 3 vintage hats, Magnavox. I'm pretty sure that he was a seller or a rep of some kind. Obviously it needs a little bit of cleanup, which I will do. A vintage University of Tennessee one, cannot go wrong with these. I sell these all day long when it comes to fall. And a vintage Sony Walkman hat as well. I don't think these are going for too much. I think maybe around $15, but again for like what, maybe 50 cents. That's not too bad at all. I'll leave these for last, I think. So I have 2 items of clothing. The clothing was like 2 for $1, I think. I don't know anything about the brand. I only grabbed it because it's a nice jacket. It's a vintage jacket, and on it again it is marked Phillips and Magnavox. So I figured I would just kind of take a chance for 50 cents and see if there's any kind of following for that. And again here with this vintage t-shirt as well. And then on the back it has a pretty fun graphic. The only good mouse is a dead mouse, apparently. Web TV, no PC. So anyway, quirky to say the least. So this was a fun find. These guys were hiding. I tell you what, this house was like, so many estate sales are like everything is laid out and priced specifically. This house was more of a like dig in the corners and see what you can find. And I found these guys and this in like a little sort of cove area, I suppose, in the basement. Nobody had gone through it, I guess, yet. Nobody had made it there. It was the second or third day of the sale, and they were still sat there. They were in a bag, they were tucked in a corner. I did some digging, I found these. So these are little vintage plastic face me hugging elves. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. They were doing pretty darn well, like selling in pairs, so I think I'm going to make some great money there. I got a vintage Alcoholics Anonymous book. I think this is 1976 3rd edition. I did look this one up specifically. Some of them can do really, really well, just depending on the edition and the year. This one I think is about $15 or so. I got some vintage kids wallpaper. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who it's by, but it's covered in like toy soldiers, and I just thought it was really, really cool. Not too sure how I'm going to sell this in terms of like how much is on the roll, because I'm surely not going to unroll the whole thing, but I'll figure it out. I just thought it was neat. I found these items tucked underneath workbenches, and again it looked like nobody had gone anywhere near them. So this one at the back is a Squeeze-O strainer. I thought the box looked interesting, and then inside it looks like most of the pieces, if not all of them, are here, and honestly, it's in such beautiful condition. Still has the little insert as well. I wonder if there's a year on this. Okay, 1974. And the fact that it had the original packaging and the insert, and it looks to be just about complete, of course, I'll double check. I decided to take a chance on that. I did look it up. Like I said, they charged me $30, but it looks like they're going hopefully for around 125 to 150 or so with all the pieces. Then I got these 2 car radios. I often look these up. I've done really nicely with untested vintage car radios before, or just regular car radios, depending. They almost always have a model number on them that you can look up. So there's a brand name there and a model number, and I did see the Volkswagen logo there as well, so I decided to look it up. Again, it doesn't have the knobs, unfortunately, but I think I paid like 50 cents for it, and I'll put again some comps up here for other things that are listed. Figured it was worth giving it a try for 50 cents, and I will be selling it untested. And then this one here as well was stuffed down at the back of something. You could barely see it, but I could tell that it was older. And again, it did have a model number for me to look it up. All right, right here. So this is what I put in here with the words car radio, and one exactly like it popped up, and it had been sold untested, I think, for like $145. And this one does have all the knobs on it as well. So again, worth taking a chance on, doing a little bit more research and trying it out. All right, and the last item I picked up I was excited about. So this was again buried under something. It was actually taped up, so I sort of managed to lift a corner and check it out. This was marked $30 as well. And of course you can always look up, you have the brand, and then you do have a model number as well. You'll find that again on the back of the unit if you need to. DVD recorders can do quite nicely. Again, I think he worked for Magnavox, and this one is actually completely brand new in the packaging, all wrapped up still. The last one that sold that was brand new of this sold for $250 with free shipping. So for a $30 investment, I was definitely going to go ahead and jump on that. Moral of the story, don't be put off even if you think that it's been picked over. Just look a little deeper, maybe do a little digging that other people haven't done, and I bet you'll still find something. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you enjoy going to yard sales and estate sales and finding cool treasure and things to flip online for a profit, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you never miss a video. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.